Greetings, brothers and sisters. We are finally back. We finally made it to this Friday edition of this Mystelics reaction. Guys, big up all of these things happening and the mini videos of fun to see what's up on this reaction vibration, brothers and sisters. These are my thoughts and comments. What are y'all leave your thoughts and comments also in the comment box below? I appreciate you guys definitely doing so. And of course, don't forget to do what? Click the thumbs up button. Click to help see all of my videos, brothers and sisters, all of my videos. And of course, if you want to definitely be pushing these videos, you can definitely click the thumbs up button. But of course, subscribe for more vibrations as they do definitely tend to come from when I post and publish my videos. Definitely click the bell when you subscribe, inevitably becoming part of the Mystelics family right here, brothers and sisters. And of course, without further ado, let us get to the vibrations for this Friday, brothers and sisters. It's interesting to find out something very interesting that is interestingly taking place at this interesting time that we're living in, brothers and sisters. Of course, as you know, recently there was a new executive board that came into fruition when it comes to the Dominica Calypso Association, brothers and sisters. And of course, there was a new executive board for the Calypso in Dominica. And of course, just as soon as they apparently had this new executive board, here comes trouble, here comes danger. What exactly is that, brothers and sisters? As you can probably tell from reading this,
fully reflected on the Treasurer's role, his scope of work, and the accompanying responsibilities, in addition to the current atmosphere permeating around the executive, and taking into account my existing commitments elsewhere, as I previously indicated at our meeting. It is with deep regret that I resign my post as treasurer and also as an executive member of the Dominica Calypso Association.
Amen.
I wish the executive all the best, all the very best going forward.
Brothers and sisters, no, I'm not really sure exactly when it comes up to this sentiment right there. But, you know, yesterday I was speaking about, you know, the trajectory of how well the treasurer was doing. And the treasurer of this present executive board just happened to resign for some reason or the other, brothers and sisters. What exactly do you think it is? Do you think that there's some sort of mounting pressure? Or maybe the scope from the previous treasurer was so high, brothers and sisters, the standard was so high, he was probably not able to meet it? Or do you think that the present executive is putting some level of pressure where they are not understanding where he's coming from, or his ability to actually host the treasurer department of the Dominica Executive Board for the Calypso competitions and, you know, Calypso generally speaking? Do you think that there's some sort of situation? Do you think that there's some sort of problem looming with the present executive where individuals have to decide, you know what, I cannot take this, I cannot do it, and of course have to resign? He literally stated this in his ending statement.
And also as an executive member
so he's
of the
resigning.
Dominica Calypso Association. I wish the executive all the best, all the very best going forward.
So it's not just the best, but the very best. Or is there the possibility that he could see something that is looming along the, or maybe it's coming, brothers and sisters, in the near future, and has decided he doesn't want any part of it at all? Because previously, as you guys remember, when I did the reaction with, I reacted to the previous treasurer statement on the basis of, you know, what he has done and, you know, this kind of things there. He mentioned that they can see that there's looming difficulties approaching in the near future. There's some sort of situation that apparently is coming, and maybe he's starting to see it, and as a result of this, decided to resign and say, I don't want to be a part of this. No, not me. Brothers and sisters, sometimes when you see well and I understand that there's, you know, the constitution when it comes into the Dominica Association, Calypso Association, and, you know, oh, you cannot serve this amount of time, those kind of things there, brothers and sisters, but sometimes it is better to live well alone. It is better to live well alone. Now, don't get me wrong, these people, the new executive just came in, and who knows, you know, things might change around and for the better, hopefully not for the worst. But it seems like from the previous executive, things were looking on the up and up. And then you have, I think, in about 72 hours, bro. 72 hours, bro. The treasurer resigns. Interesting. What do you think could be the reason behind it? Do you think that, you know, based on what the previous treasurer was saying, that there is some sort of common difficulties coming, or there's some interesting upcoming, not to scare anybody, but let me just leave that part. There's some sort of upcoming difficulty. Let's just say that right there. Do you think that is the case, or do you think that he couldn't maybe do the job and decide, hey, okay, that's it for me? But that's why I asked the question, are individuals who were given certain positions, are they capable of doing it? I know the previous treasurer was capable of doing it because he's in banking. So, you know, what are your thoughts on this, guys? What are your thoughts on this right here? Also, what are your thoughts on this right there? Voter confirmation begins today. Well, that was actually 2 days ago, October 15, 2025. Brothers and sisters, voter confirmation actually came into effect. But it seems like there's some sort of looming difficulties at present. This individual is saying, I have a question. If I don't have a passport, that person probably doesn't travel. Or a social security card, maybe because they're checking, boy, I don't have enough money for me to buy a social security card. Or a driver's license. I cannot fly plane, much less to be driving on road. I don't have the capabilities for me to be able to drive on the road because things are so difficult with the economy. I'm not able to have a driver's license. So this individual said, I have a question. If I don't have a passport, a social security card, or a driver's license, then that means I don't get a chance to confirm. Apparently, maybe these things are what's needed to confirm. I would think that you probably need a birth certificate. Maybe that would help. You know, a birth certificate, you know, at least you're born somewhere, you know. That should help, but hopefully, do they have that as part of the confirmation for you to confirm who you are? One of the things that I actually pointed out when it comes on to the card is that they don't have the address on the card. I would think, logically speaking, that you have the address so that the person can actually know, hey, this is where my address is on my voter ID card, and therefore this is where I have to vote. But I don't have this. So we have a card that is pretty much useless. You know, you have your date of birth, so what? People from overseas can come and vote if they're staying in Dominica for quite some time. Huh? So, brothers and sisters, you understand that they have electoral reform. There's really not much electoral reform. In fact, it looks like it's worse. But I'm guessing because of situations and maybe the time has passed, they say, hey, I'm talking about the opposition. They say, hey, let us do it regardless. Let's see what can happen. Let us see what can happen. So the person has a number of questions. Don't have a passport, social security, or driver's license. Then that means they don't get a chance to confirm. Voting is a right for every citizen. Not every citizen, brothers and sisters. Eligible citizen. Because even though you're 14, 15, 12, 10, you're a citizen too, you know. But you're not eligible to vote. Because you don't have the capacity, they say. So you won't be able to vote. But sometimes people are over 18 and still don't have the mental capacity to vote because they're not thinking logically. They are thinking about what they can get. What I can get from you, what I can get from you. If I don't have a house, then you better give me a house. If I have a house, you better give me a stove. If you have a stove, then you have to give me cutleries to cook on that stove in that house. Is that what we're voting for? Is that people? Well, then again, I blame the school because apparently the school is worthless. What exactly is the reason for voting, brothers and sisters? It's not for you to get things. It is that the right policies are put in place to help you, just like it'll help everybody else on an equal level playing field. That is what voting is about. Giving everybody a chance, and those who can capitalize and get ahead, then great. But it gives everybody an equal playing field. The policies are not for some, but for everybody. That is what voting is about. That's what politics is about. Politics is about putting people in positions to handle the policies of the country. It's not what you can get, brothers and sisters. I don't think people understand this. And anyways, voting is a right for every person, eligible person, I would say. And if a card is required to confirm, then the state must ensure that it is issued, that it issues a card. I think when it comes on to the state does issue card when it comes on to the voting or voter ID cards when it comes on to certain people. But for you to confirm, you definitely need something to confirm. For you to get a passport, you need something to show who you are. And I think the birth paper is vital when it comes on to this. So I think the birth paper should be used when it comes on to that sentiment right there. And the individuals who come from overseas who are staying in Dominica, obviously you are able to travel, not true. You would have a passport, no? Yes. And as a result of having a passport, you will be able to confirm and, of course, indicating how long you live in Dominica and so forth and so forth. So that is a sentiment right there. This individual is then saying, I foresee some lawsuits being brought against the state on the behalf of those who may be disadvantaged. Like I said before, if the requirement does not include, when it comes down to reconfirmation, it does not include birth paper, then something is definitely wrong, because like everybody born, everybody might not have a passport. They might not be able to afford a social security card because things are rough. 5 plus 5 is 55, that kind of sentiment right there. And of course, DL, the driver's license. Driver's license probably is the most expensive in all of them. Well, passport maybe. Yeah, I think passport is the most expensive. But getting a driver's license is very expensive. So you have two expensive ones and one that is relatively okay. So I think for the merit of this sentiment, I think birth papers should be included there. I think it's vital. Because on the card, it actually has birth date. Not sure? Of course it does. I think I have the card somewhere. But anyways, brothers and sisters, what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on the sentiment of what is being taking place when it comes on to reconfirmation? Now, talking about reconfirmation, brothers and sisters, a tornado is found in the Cassibus region. I don't know how that person filming, but God be with you right there. So somebody in the background is saying they must be interfering with the weather. And yeah, it has been proven that, persons, I don't know if it's in the Caribbean, but there have been people who have been interfering in the weather. Yes, that's why sometimes you see trails passing and they have been banning a number of planes from putting things in certain atmospheres. Now people might say, but Mystelics, how you know the plane passing is condensation or whatever that's taking place there? And you see cloud, plane passing and thing. No, brothers and sisters. I was going to say something trails, but if those who know what I'm talking about, chemicals, be putting in the atmosphere. Just flip that. You'll understand what I'm saying right there. So yes, that is definitely something, and it does be over our skies. It is definitely over our skies. So maybe they put in these things and messing up the weather to make people believe, the weather is changing and so forth and so forth. All right. That's my thoughts on this, brothers and sisters. What are your thoughts?
And it's big enough. It's large.
Well, you can see from afar.
Like you see it in the sea, lifting up the water.
Well, that's what a water spout does. It lifts up the water. Low pressure system brings in things, and therefore when it starts bringing in things, when the wind and waves they combine, then you tend to see these kind of things. That's usually what a tornado does, the same thing too. So they're just showing you it's not AI. Brothers and sisters, talking about that, AI. Gasa, suppose that is AI. Suppose that is AI. Then you need human witnesses to say, hey, I saw you too. But you're listening to the people in the background talking about, so most likely they're saying what they're seeing, but AI in this day and age is something else. Remember, I just did a reaction on AI where there was a homeless man on the lady's bed. And you seen it there, you seen the homeless man on the bed, you say, look, proof. But that was AI, it's not actually true. So is this thing true? Interesting. Interesting stuff, brothers and sisters. Anyways, talking about nature and Mother Nature and what nature doing, whether it's AI or not, brothers and sisters. This one is really, this one right there. This is in the Fonkoli region, and they're talking about garbage collection apparently not happening.
No, but what do you think $2 can happen?
Everybody gets so rules are never getting for and you pay tax and sell good $2.
That is the suggestion.
That's interesting. He's talking about people wanting to pay $2 or whatever to pick up the garbage, and he's talking about where people in Rose are doing it. I think when it comes into the sentiment of this right there, some communities have been neglected, and the communities where they know a number of persons will be coming seems to be doing much better, brothers and sisters. Do you think that is the case? Do you think that they know, certain places just won't get much people? Why would they go there and so forth and so forth? So they are pretty much handling the places that they know the diasporans and the foreigners are coming to stay. They then definitely make them, try to fix up the areas. For sure, I know they try to fix up the Roseau region. I think this is it. This is the Roseau. Yes, they're trying to fix up the Roseau region, brothers and sisters. As you can see, they're fixing the drainage system. Not exactly sure how they're doing it. Maybe they're just reinforcing the side. Well, one of the things while you guys do it is I think you guys should put nettings as well, eh? Put nettings, and you know when the NEP people pass, maybe they can clean up these things time and time over time again, so that the nettings, the debris of garbage don't stay on the nettings and block the nettings, so preventing the water from flowing properly. I think that is one of the things that they definitely should do. It's not just say, or reinforcing the side of the road, maybe the road shifting or something, so we have to put concrete. Great, yes, do that, true, yes, amen, all right. But definitely do something when it comes onto the drainage system. There needs to be some sort of catch. Some catch that when the thing goes, you can just pull it out and throw it in the truck and put it back. Because you cannot have a city and then from time to time the place is flooding out. It just flooding from time to time. Don't we learn? Don't we? Don't we realize, boy, hurricane season might come or heavy rain might come, whether we have hurricane or not. Maybe we should try our best to see if we can at least make our drains stay clean. Maybe. Because if you don't put a netting, brothers and sisters, it's going to be much more difficult when the garbage gets in under the concrete. You cannot just lift up the concrete and stuff. When it gets in and under the concrete, you then have to have more work being done. Why do we make things work? Well, why do we make things more difficult for us in the long run? Why is that? What is the point of making things more difficult when we can easily solve certain problems? You shape a nice little netting thing, put that, let the water flow when garbage and stuff. You pick that up every week or every bi-weekly. I don't know what they call it bi-weekly now. I thought anyways, that's all bi-month, whatever, brothers and sisters. Every 2 weeks or every 3 days. You pick it up on Wednesday, Monday and Wednesday, or Monday and Thursday. You know, check it from time to time, or Monday or Wednesday and Saturday, something of that sort, something of that liking. Right there. And then do that, you know. That might actually work. Or you might say, I don't working on Saturday. Well, Monday and Thursday. Because when the next Monday come, that's about 3 days later. You see me? Yeah, I agree. I disagree, brothers and sisters. They should do something about this. No doubt about it. So they're finally doing some stuff while neglecting other places, which of course should not be a shock for individuals. Right there. Also some other place, I think it's a La Plaine. I think it's La Plaine as the other place that they think, well, you know, that's how it goes sometimes. So anyway, brothers and sisters, moving along, talking about the Roseau. Apparently, the police officers, I'm sure you guys have often seen them. Those who have been witnessing Dominica, those who are witnesses on social media, no AI, police pushing their boss, and police have other police vehicle pulling police vehicle, you know, because the vehicle cannot move or something of that sort. And, you know, it's just an embarrassment where police sometimes, I see prisoners pushing police boss. Yes, I see prisoners come out to push the police boss that they on. So that is also interesting. It is me, I running away. Who you telling push me? Push to go where? Where we going? Prison? I pushing boss to take me prison. You lie. You will chase me down the road. Anyways, I don't say whatever brothers and sisters other kicks. But the police definitely received new vehicles from the government of Dominica. Not the government of Dominica, brothers and sisters, but from the citizens. It is the citizens' money. Why we always spending on the government of Dominica? The government of Dominica is doing things on behalf of the citizens, so it's the citizens who are paying these things right there on the behalf. So the government is on the behalf of the people of Dominica. The police received new vehicles from the government of Dominica on the behalf of the people. The government of Dominica has, on behalf of the people, has handed over 6 new vehicles to the Commonwealth of Dominica Police Force to strengthen law enforcement and community patrols across the island. 4 will be deployed to Salisbury. Now, of course, Salibia, some guess 4, but it is 6. So, or they saying 4 vehicles, 1 will be deployed to Salisbury, 1 Salibia, 1 Point Michel, and then the other one La Plaine, to ensure faster response times and more efficient service to the public. They also tried to remove the Kulibishi police station. Were they successful in that? Removing that? I know the people were protesting, saying, no, leave it there. Don't take it and put somewhere so we need help and we have to go right to Salisbury to get... No, stop your dirty ways immediately. That's what the people of Kulibishi were pretty much telling them. So I'm not sure if they actually removed it or the people, you know, it's interesting when the people have to come out and say, hey, no, we don't want this moved. And then it still gets moved. So what is the point of listening to the people if the people don't want it? They want it to stay, but you want them to go. They don't want to go, but you take it out. Hopefully, they actually listen to the people, brothers and sisters. But of course, this is something I think that has been lacking for quite some time. And of course, I'm not sure why it make the news, but you know, every time the government does something that is not necessarily on behalf of the people, they tend to post it up as, yes, look at what we're doing. You're supposed to do that. Who else is supposed to buy vehicles for the people? The police? The police supposed to buy their own vehicle? Really? All right then. So I guess we're promoting stuff that they're supposed to do so it make it look like the government is actually doing something. And of course, Rayburn Blackmore is there to shake hands. I just don't understand. What are they doing? Somebody blessing it now? Is somebody blessing the vehicle now? Who is that? Somebody throwing Lubia spring water on it? Boil water? Well, I guess that's something, brothers and sisters. That is truly something else. Anyway, 6 vehicles. We put bow and thing on it to make it look at what we're doing. You're doing things for the people. That's not doing things for the people now. Creating jobs is doing things for the people. Yes, you need patrol and those kind of things there, which is helpful, but creating jobs creating jobs will lessen the crime in Dominica. But because there's not much job being created, people have to resort to all kind of things, especially knowing that sometimes even when you get a job, it's not paying you adequately, and they're talking about increasing minimum wage October 1st. We don't hear nothing from it, brothers. What's going on? Tell me, you hear something? I do hear, but you will talk to me, please. Talk to me nicely about it. All right, there, brothers and sisters. So, of course, this is Rayburn Blackmore. It looks like he's receding hairline. But, of course, this individual on Facebook made a statement indicating that Rayburn Blackmore, so 10 Toyota, 10 of them now, not 6 they say, maybe they get extra 4. Anyways, this individual was saying 10 Toyota Hilux trucks donated by an economic citizen. So, CBI. Economic citizen is not a CBI. Okay. Call it what it is. Political payback, not generosity. Dominica doesn't need secret donors. Why? What? So you mean to tell me what that boy, I tell you, boy, that is truly something else, eh? So the Dominican people, this is why I mentioned earlier on that it's not the government of Dominica, it's the government of Dominica representing the people that are giving the police these vehicles. So how on earth there is a secret donor when the people of Dominica don't know who this secret donor is? What on earth is going on? Besides, there's 6 they claim. If there's 10, where's the other 4? Or maybe go to the government? I'll get no vehicle. I need to get no vehicle to carry children now the other day. I don't know, brothers and sisters. Dominica doesn't need secret donors. We need transparent governance. That's true. And Dominicans only need to realize this. This is not about party politics. This is about policies being put in place. How on earth you have secret donors? Who knows what it is? So somebody just granting vehicle to Dominica and we just saying thank you, that's it? We just saying thank you and that's it? Secret donor? Really? But are you serious now? We have secret donor giving 10 vehicles, 6 a report. I myself don't know if they have other 4, but if there's 10 of them, what are the other 4? And who is this secret donor? Is this secret donor scary? With the monies that you have overseas? I don't know, allegedly, I don't know. That's a question need to be asked. Secret donor? Okay, all right then. Is this secret donor somehow going to reflect in extra fees on Dominica's back? Remember, Skerrit was talking about the loans taken from Saudi Arabia and indicating that the loans are not here yet. But he went to Saudi Arabia for loans and apparently he didn't get it. Coming and telling people loans are not there yet. But then Melissa coming and say Roseau enhancement project supposed to start in the first quarter of 2025. Really? Are we serious? Are you serious? I don't know. Talk to me nicely, brothers and sisters. Talk to me real nice. Right there. Anyways, there's another video that I had to put, but I think I'm good right here, man. I think I'm good right here, brothers and sisters. What are your thoughts on the things that we spoke about? Do you think that what is taking place is something that is cool, where you have secret donors be the case? We need to have transparency. What on earth is going on? Talking about secret donor? Really? In a democratic country, you have secret donors? And you have the secret donor, what the person want in exchange? Just like when Skerrit came with brand new vehicle, talking about his friend gifting him When government receiving gifts from foreign people, you think they're just doing it for free? Oh, you're so nice. You're so wonderful. When you look at the economic state, I wouldn't mind if the economic state was doing wonderful and people checking the boy. But what's scary doing is so magical. The economy is doing well. People are getting more money in their pockets. Jobs are being created. And Scary is just doing well and he's giving them advice on how well to do things. That's not the case at all. What on earth do the people have to give up for this secret donor? I think that is a reasonable question to ask. What on earth are the people giving up to secret donors in Dominica? Let me know your thoughts, brothers and sisters, in the comment box below, right here, and the things that we spoke about in this here reaction. And with that said, brothers and sisters, be real. Saturday King always. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button as well. Click it to help see more of my videos. And of course, to help push this video further, subscribe for more vibrations as I do the video. When I post them up, you'll be notified. And of course, with that said, brothers and sisters, be positive.